the our basis administration level activities here. So we are in middle of the discussing about the SAP client administration. So what we required for the client administration means, first of all, what is client here? The client is one of the business entity. To run your business, we need to create a one new client. Sir, we have already two clients are already available, right? 000001. Why can't we use? So you cannot use those two clients. Those are the master clients. Only master data available in this client. So that is the reason we cannot use that one. We need to create a new client. We have to create it for our business data purpose. Okay, sir. As you mentioned, okay, we will go ahead and we will create it here. Then what we require to create the client? So logical systems are required. This is very good, very you are very aware of. I think you guys are practiced. So client creation, logical system creation. Okay, fine. So immediately, if you create the immediately client, will you get the data? No, right? You won't get any data. If you create immediately, you won't get any data here. Then in this case, what is the one next point? So you won't get any data here immediately if you create it here. Then we need to log into the newly created client. There is a specific procedure. In that case, we discussed about the profiles and parameters concept we discussed. So RZ10, RZ11. So in SAP system, in SAP, if we want to change the configuration, if we want to change any parameter, any configure, why? Because SAP is created by default when you build the system with the default configuration, you got it. But I want my own configuration. Why? Because I am paying the license to the SAP. Why should I use the SAP default configurations here? I have to change my own naming convention, my own client and everything. So that time to change any default configuration, either you need to go to the RZ10 or RZ11. You need to change the profile parameters. You need to change the parameter values. You have to change it here. Okay, RJ10, if you change it, you need to restart. 11, you don't need to restart. So those things we discussed, I think you are practiced this one as well. Okay, you logged into the client, newly created client by changing the one parameter. You restarted the system, you logged into the newly created client. Fine. So, sorry, I logged in the client, but again, I want to develop the data. Again, I need 2 months time. But because unfortunately, I have deployed my data in the one more client. But how can I pull the data from that client to this client? So here, SAP introduced the client copies concept here, right? Client copies concept, SAP introduced it here. To perform this client copy concept, so we can use the local, there are the three ways of client copies here. Local client copy, second one is the remote client copy, and the third one is the client export and client import method. We have the three types of client copies we have. So local means within the city. Local means within your home, one place to one bedroom to another bedroom to move the some data, like one room to another room to move the data within the. So for that one to move that within the city, you don't require much one, right? Just you can select the data, which data, then you can import it using the SCCL. You can import it here. That is the local client copy. So that we all aware of, well aware of local. Local means within the city to moving the data, means within the system from one client to another client here. Sir, but I have another requirement here. Another requirement here. My requirement is like, so I have in Hyderabad region, I have one client here. In the Bangalore region, I have one more client. I have one more system. I have one system. Here we have the one client here. In Hyderabad, we have the one system, one client here. So right, I have the two systems and two clients here. Not in the within the one system, one client, local client copy. You don't require much efforts here. Just log into the target client, SCCL, pull the data from this client to this client. But I have not in the within the system. I have the remote system. Here, Bangalore to Hyderabad to Bangalore here. This is the Hyderabad. Suppose example, this is the HYD, one city. This is the Bangalore, right? This is the one city here. Here you have the one system here. Here you have the one system here. So how can you transfer the data here? Right? How can you transfer the data here in this case? Right? That's why we have to use the remote client copy here. So here one more example here. In my mobile, I have one data here, right? I have one mobile. So I have the ones, suppose like any one of the Samsung mobile. I have one mobile. I have one data here. One movie is there. One document is there. So here we have the Arun. So in Arun mobile also, Arun also need the similar data here. Whatever data I have, Arun also needs similar data here. In this case, so how can I transfer the data here? Anyone can charm in here, jump in here. So how can
RFC connection.
okay, so that is the system side RFC connection you mentioned here. What about the mobile
Yes,
to
sir.
mobile?
Third-party applications like ShareIt.
Yeah, third party applications. But why can't I use the Bluetooth connectivity? Inbuilt there is a functionalities, right? Why can't I use it? I can use that functionality as well, right?
Transmitter and receiver.
Yeah, so we can
Mobile also inbuilt share option is there, na sir?
yeah,
Like
we can use it. Yeah, so using this connectivity functionality, connecting functionality. First of all, we have to establish the both the three any functionality. The main aim is connectivity to your mobile to your target mobile. First of all, the connectivity should be established. Then we can transfer the data through this connectivity, right? So that is what we are doing in the mobile to mobile data transferring here, right? So at the same time, same concept I am relating to the SAP here. So I have one system here, you have one system here. I want to transfer the data or I want to get the data from my another system. In this case, what I have to do? First of all, so connectivity. So both the systems should be in the both the connectivity should be established for the both the systems here. For both the systems, the connectivity should be established here. Then only I can transfer the data. Without establishing the connectivity, how can I transfer the data, right? So I have not established any connectivity to the Arun mobile. Then how can I transfer the data? It's not possible, right? First of all, either the Bluetooth or ShareIt, whatever it may be, connectivity I have to establish here. Then only I can transfer the data, right? So it's a similar concept here in SAP side also. We have to establish the connectivity. To establish the connectivity here, so we have the one dedicated concept is called in the SAP, that is called the RFC connection, RFC connection, and RFC connectivity. RFC connectivity concept we have to establish here. RFC administration. RFC administration, SM59, we have to establish the connectivity here. So suppose if I ask in your mobile, you will say like, okay, I will go to the settings. There I can establish the connectivity, right? So here also, here we have to go to the one dedicated SAP, right? Dedicated transaction codes here. Go to the SM59 for establishing the connectivity to the your remote systems here. Either the ABAP system, either ABAP to ABAP. ABAP means R3 connection. Either so is SAP your remote is connectivity here. So how many types of connectivities we can establish here? Like both are in the ABAP systems, we can establish the connectivity. If it is the non-ABAP system, maybe Java system, we can also establish the connectivity, external connections. If it is the HTTP connection, we can also establish the connectivity. TCP/IP connection, through program ID also we can establish the connectivity here. So here we have multiple types of connectivities are there here. Suppose example, if we go to the SM59 connection, so here you can see the types of connection: ABAP connection, HTTP connection to the external servers, internal connection, TCP/IP connections, right? So here ABAP connection. Suppose example, both the systems are should be in the, so same above systems here. One client to another client, I want to transfer the data here. So now I want to establish the connectivity. So in this case, select the connectivity, click on the OK button, click on the create button. What is the connection you are going to establish? From ECD to ECP, right? You want to establish the connectivity to ECD to a connection name you are giving here. Then here in the technical settings field here, you have to provide the what is the target host here. SAP Windows 1, then what is the instance number 20, right? So then what are the logon security? So connectivity you are established, fine. Then connectivity you have done it now. Just it will go and connect to the your above system here. So connection is successful here. Connectivity is the successfully it is connecting here. Successfully it is connecting to the your above system, ECP system. So why? Because you got the results here. So if it is the failed, suppose you have wrongly maintained the connectivity. Suppose example, you have in the technical settings field, you have wrongly mapped to some, instead of 20, you given the 21, saved it, then test the connection test. So it will fail now. Why? Because so you have wrongly maintained the details here. So if any network issues or if any connection issues, if any target system down situation, target system is not reachable, that time your connection will not work. The connection is not working, data will not go to the respective system here, right? Data will not go to the respective system here. So it should be ECD, not the ECP to ECD. Okay. So what I can do, copy, I can copy it here. Copy. Then ECD to ECP. Okay, so wrong details have given. That's the reason it's not connecting here. So you have to give the correct details and save it here. So then just you can check it out here. Connection test, it is successful now. Why? Because in the 3 milliseconds, you got the response from the your ECP system, right? Fine. You got the connectivity is established now. Connectivity is the, you have established the connectivity now, right? So this is the one. So this is the technical settings details. You have to clearly mention the your target host, your target instance number. We know target host and instance number because we are connecting to the target means your target device name and device IP or something instance number we know, right? You connected here. So that's why connection is established. What about the logon security tab? Administration tab is nothing, just who changed what. Technical settings for target system details, you have to give it here. The logon security tab. So, okay, connectivity is done, but I want to, through this connectivity, I want one person should be place the data inside of the ECP system. In that case, you have to maintain the what is the client, what is the user, what is the password. What is the password? You have to maintain the details here. What is the details? You have to maintain the data inside here. So like this, you have to maintain the data here in the system here. You have to maintain the data, right? You have to maintain the data. That's why you have establishing the connectivity to the your respective system also. You are establishing the connectivity here. So if you don't want any data, you are not placing any data, just to establish in the connectivity, that is fine. You want data also should be moved, but because through this destination, I want data through this destination. I want data also should be moved to this destination, means there should be one user should be allowed, right? How the system will receive the data here? One user should be permissible, means one user should be authorized person should be login here. Then with the dialog mode, we can use our own user ID password, we can log in. But this is the system to system connectivity. In between, you need to define the one user, you have to define it here. So that user you have to define it here, then we can pull the data from that system here. So in this case, we can just maintain the logon language English. So what is the client here? What is the client here? Maybe you can just go to the SEC4 and see how many clients are there here. So here you have the, So 150 client is there. So let me connect to the 150 here. So what is the user ID here? Maybe let me check whether we have the DDIC. Right, user ID password maintained, which means, so this destination is connecting to the target system fine. After connecting, so in which client this is going and placing the files, data, 150 client here, right? So then go ahead and check the authorization test here. So the password is wrong here, right? Connection is okay, but the user ID password which you maintained is not authorized person. It's not authorized person. Maybe SAP star with pass, I think we have to enable it here. Go to the here, go to the authorization test. Yes, it is working now. Okay, connection test. This user also valid authorized person is working. Both are working here. So I have established the connectivity to ECD to ECP, and vice versa also we can establish the connectivity. Right? Go to the SM59 of your target, then backend connection. Why? Because you want some data, you want to push the data to your development also from ECP to ECD. In that case, you can also establish the connectivity here. So someone already created, you can also establish the connectivity also, you can establish here. You can establish the connectivity also, you can establish here, right? So what is the wrong here? Why we are getting this error here? Anyone can explain what is the wrong? So they have mentioned someone created the RFC destination in 2408. But what is the wrong here? They have given. Why the connection test is failing here?
Hostname they given are wrong. SAP Windows 1, what they are mentioning here, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
So yes.
It's wrong.
Instance number.
Here the host name is wrong actually. They are wrongly maintained the
Yeah.
host. Good spot, good spot. This is what the troubleshooting techniques. So it should be like a say the correct host name only. But when you clearly check, they have missed the I they have missed it here. That's why the RFC destination is failed here. Right now you have maintained the correct one. Just connection test. Now it is working. ECP to ECD it is working. You can maintain the any naming convention. It's not like that you have to maintain the, so this only you can maintain the any naming convention, but it should be something meaningful. It should be something meaningful. We have to maintain the destinations here, right? So this is the way we have to work in the systems here. Okay, so this is the way. So okay, so now connectivities we have established. RFC destinations also fine now. So then that is fine. So you have not only SAP to SAP, you have to can also establish the connectivity to the your non-SAP also. Maybe suppose like Google, right? So suppose like I want to send some data to the Google. In this case, I can also maintain the Google site here. 80. What is the something? Just secure test the connection, then connection test is okay. So which means I am also establishing the connectivity to the my Google. Why? Because I want to send the data to the Google, then I have to establish the connectivity here. Then I want to response body. See here, Google home page is opened here. In my SAP, my Google home page here, everything is opened here. So like that, I can also establish the connectivity. You can also establish the connectivity. So not only some external servers, some other servers also you can establish the connectivity. Some external servers also the training ALM, right? So you can also establish some other third-party servers also. You can establish the connectivity. You can establish the connectivity. We can establish it. So not only SAP to SAP, SAP to non-SAP, SAP to program ID connections, TCP/IP program ID connections. Many are there by default. So you can also create it here. So this is the RFC destinations configuration. So configuring the destinations to the your respective systems here. Why? Because why these destinations are very important here. Server means your real-time server means this is your server. Just only this is your SAP system. right? This is your SAP system. But your SAP system should talk to the multiple peripheral systems, multiple third-party systems, multiple banking side systems. So it will talk to the multiple systems here. So right, so that connection should be established right here from your system to here, from here to here, from here to here, again from here to here, so from here to here, from here to here. So there is a multiple vice versa here. So multiple systems you should connect it here. Then only that is the business, right? That is the business, right? So data, the payment file it will generate. You are booking the order here. Then you are booking the order here. Then it will go to the payment gateway of the banking side. In the banking side, here you will finish the transaction. So here you will finish the transaction. Then once the transaction ID is generated, immediately the system give the response acknowledgement back to the your payment, your application, SAP application, saying that okay, payment received. Go ahead and book the order. Then here it order will be booked here, right? So means both the servers are interconnected here, right? Banking sites and your systems are interconnected here, payment gateway and everything. So like this, not only here, not only banking sites here. So you are one system, you are in the ECC. So your leave request is approved. Then it will go to the HR portal here. In the HR database, it will update it here. So then after that, so like that, you have not only one system to another system connectivity. Your system means server means it is connected to the multiple some other third-party systems. It is connected. Multiple third-party systems it is connected here. So in this case, connectivity establishment is very important. So in SAP, where we have to do the connectivity establishment means, so in SM59 in the transaction code, here we have to create the multiple connectivity. SAP to SAP is okay. SAP to non-SAP okay. SAP to some third-party sites okay. Some documentum, some Oracle database. You want to send the data to Oracle, or Oracle database wants some data from your business system. So like that, so you want to send multiple ways, right? In this case, so this connectivity is the very important connectivity, very important here, right? This is the establishing the connectivity, right? The next one, so once the connectivity part is over, right? Any questions from anyone here regarding the RFC administration part? Then once you are okay with the RFC administration, we'll go back to the our remote destinations concept, remote client copy. Similar way, remote client copy here. Connectivity establishment is fine here. But I want some data from this system. I have here, I want some data here. Then you have to log into the here. Then first of all, select the RFC destination, which is the destination connecting to the your system. Then you can pull the data from this system to here, right? Suppose example, I'm in the ECD system. Go to the SCC9 is the transaction code for the remote client copy, remote client copy. So SCC9. So SCC9 is the transaction code, remote client copy, remote client copy here. So here, this is the L is local client copy, 9 is remote client copy. Using this SCC9, you can transfer the data between two systems from one client to another client in the system here, different client, okay, different system. So here SCC9, then select the which data. Suppose like I want to, so what I can do here, I want some customizing data here. What is the destination here? So I don't want to do it in the, I don't want to disturb my 100 client of the source here. Why? Because my ECD 100 client, so users are logging and they are doing. So I don't want to do everything. I can take the new client here. We have many clients are there, 400 clients, right? So what I can do here, I can log in with my 400 client in of the ECD here. ECD 400 client here. Right? So here I can use maybe basis user. Are we copied anything here? I think we have copied the data here, right? I can go to the SCC9 is the remote client copy. In the remote client copy here, select the profile, which data you want to select it, suppose like small data. Like what is the destination here? So here, this is the destination, ECD to ECP here. So I want to pull the data from source system ECP. Target is the ECD 150 to 400 client. Then just click on the OK button, immediate, schedule the job. Okay. Then you can see, so remote client copy is getting performed now. So it is activated. See here, local is done, remote is processing now through this destination. Through this destination, through ECD to ECP destination, data is getting copied to source to target client ECD. How many tables? So total 103 table, 26 tables are copied. So from where it is getting the data? From ECP. This is the ECP system here. This is the ECP here. This is the ECP here. This is the ECP system here. So ECP system data here. This is the ECP here. You are transferring the data here. See here, one job, one background job is so activated. It is sequential read of the table here. So it is activated here, right? So in the ECD, you can go to the SM50 here. So then you can see the, so one background job is running means one job is active, client copy job here. Here DB delete. So it is running here, 400 client. Okay, it is doing the client copy here. So see here. So 37 tables are copied here.
So here deleting lines will be there, na? It is showing 30.
Yeah, first it will
495
delete it.
96.
Yeah, first it will delete the
Yeah.
data. First it will delete the data of the source, then it will copy the data here. First it is deleting, then it will copy it here. Yeah.
And the other one, sir, when we create RFC connection from 100, if you take example, 100 to 150, only particular that what you call client between the two client only it will be connection, no?
Right. Not entire
Apart from that, you can't copy connection.
not entire system here. So entire system
Okay.
means system where you want to log into the system you are logging, but which client? You have the number of clients are
Yeah.
there. Client. So that is it. So I don't want to specify the client. So tomorrow I want to map my RFC destinations to, suppose this is the one. This is dedicatedly connecting to the 150 client. So I need to create the one more destination for the 200 client means not required. Just go to the here, then just to change the client number to the 200, whatever you want, you can change it here. That's possible. Go to the SCC3. Here something is crashed here. Data is gone. So here in SCC3 is the transaction code we can monitor. In the monitor, we can monitor it here. We can monitor it here. The transaction code we can monitor it here to check the client copy logs and everything. So this is the way we can perform the client copy is happening or not, we can find out from here. So local client copy and remote client copy, we can perform it here. The only thing is here you should remember is so transaction codes, and so to connect to the other systems, what we have to do, those things are the very important here. So SCC9 remote client copy. So here also you have to select the profile, but additionally you need to define the, you need to select the, what you need to select the here RFC destination, you need to select it here. Then so proceed with the job scheduling so that it will run here. It will run in the systems here. This way we can find out the systems here. Additionally, you need to select this one. Okay, so this is the way we need to perform the local for SCCL. So remote, then SCC9, remote SCC9. So logs, client copy logs, you can check like SCC3, So like that, we can check in the systems here. Okay. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any questions from anyone? Any clarification?
Sir, first we have to make the connection and then only we
Right,
have to do
right,
the
right.
RFC.
Yeah. So yeah, without making the connection, okay, you are good. Now you went to the system. So someone asked you to do the remote client copy. You don't know how. So then you logged into the system. Then when you go to the SEC9, so then here it is asking the destination name. Then again you have to go to the same screen SM59. First you need to create the destination here. Then after that come to the here. Then select the which destination. You can select it. Then you can perform the configurations. Yeah. So first of all, so destinations are already existing. Then choose the same destination. You can create it. If nothing, then you need to create the destination. Then perform the configuration here.
And the other ones, sir, while we creating a new client now, only from SAP Star User only we can log in. If you use the any other transactions code, it sometimes it will tell you are not authorized to use this T code or something. It will show.
Yeah. Why?
So by the time,
Yeah.
now, when we what you call copy from SAP underscore Sal, automatically everything data settings everything will be
Right.
copied to that client. No.
Right. All means all the data. So everything will come.
Okay.
So you won't miss anything here. But that may
Okay.
take some time here.
Yeah.
All we are copying means it will take some time.
Yeah, but whenever if you only if you don't what you call copy from only users, that settings won't become.
Right.
Right.
Right. Correct.